You are dying from your attachments. Every desperate grip, every needy want, every emotional dependency is bleeding you dry like a severed artery. While you chase, beg, and cling to what you think you need, real power slips through your fingers like sand. The world belongs to men who hold loosely and strike decisively. Everyone else gets crushed. Listen carefully. Nature has designed a cruel test. She gives you desires, then watches how you handle them. Fail the test, and you become a slave driven by every craving, destroyed by every loss, controlled by forces outside yourself. Pass the test, and you become untouchable. This is the Stoic law of attraction. The less you need, the more you command. Most men have it backwards. They think desperation creates results. They believe showing how badly they want something will make it appear. This is the thinking of children and weaklings. Desperation repels. Neediness destroys. Attachment makes you predictable, manipulable, and ultimately powerless. The ancient Stoics understood what modern men have forgotten. True attraction comes from detachment, not caring about nothing, caring about everything while being enslaved by nothing. This distinction will either liberate you or leave you in chains for the rest of your life. Your emotional reactions are advertisements for your weaknesses. Every time you lose composure over an outcome, you signal to the world exactly where to hurt you. Every desperate action broadcasts your vulnerabilities like a beacon. The marketplace of life, whether business, relationships, or personal goals, punishes desperate men and rewards those who can walk away. But detachment isn't what soft men think. It's not passive resignation or spiritual bypassing. True Stoic detachment is the aggressive cultivation of inner sovereignty. It's refusing to hand your peace, power, and self-respect to external circumstances. It's maintaining your center while the world tries to throw you off balance. The stakes couldn't be higher. Attached men become puppets, dancing to strings pulled by others. They chase promotions that don't fulfill them, women who don't respect them, and achievements that turn to ash the moment they're grasped. Detached men move through the world like the Stoic principles. Step 1. Kill your emotional hostages. Your attachments are hostages you've given your enemies. Every person, possession, or outcome you desperately need becomes a weapon others can use against you. The man who must have a specific woman's approval will be controlled by her every mood. The man who needs a particular job will be exploited by employers who sense his desperation. The man who requires external validation will be manipulated by anyone willing to withhold it. Identify what controls you, what makes you anxious when threatened, what makes you behave in ways beneath your standards. These are your masters. A free man serves no master, not even his own desires. This doesn't mean becoming emotionless. It means refusing to be emotionally hijacked. You can want the promotion without needing it. You can pursue the relationship without being enslaved by it. You can have preferences without becoming their prisoner. Step 2. Embrace the power of no. The word no is your declaration of independence. Every boundary you refuse to enforce makes you weaker. Every standard you compromise erodes your self-respect. Every time you say yes when you mean no, you train the world to disrespect you. Detached men say no easily because they don't fear loss. They understand that saying no to good things creates space for great things. They reject opportunities that don't align with their values because they trust better ones will come. Practice saying no to small things so you can say no to big things when your life depends on it. Say no to social obligations that drain you. Say no to people who don't reciprocate your energy. Say no to opportunities that compromise your integrity. Each no strengthens your yes. Step 3. Flip the script on scarcity. Scarcity thinking is the disease that makes men desperate. When you believe opportunities, women, or success are rare, you grasp at whatever appears. This desperation guarantees failure because desperation is universally repulsive. Abundance thinking isn't positive psychology nonsense. It's recognizing mathematical reality. There are millions of potential partners, thousands of career paths, and countless opportunities for those bold enough to create them. The man who understands this moves differently. He doesn't chase, he chooses. But true abundance comes from within. When your happiness, security, and self-worth come from internal sources, external circumstances lose their power over you. You become selective instead of desperate. You attract instead of chasing. Step 4. Master outcome independence. This is the nuclear weapon of personal power. Outcome independence means giving your absolute best effort while being genuinely unattached to specific results. It's the difference between a professional athlete and a desperate gambler. The athlete trains relentlessly, studies obsessively, and competes fiercely, then accepts whatever outcome emerges. The gambler stakes his identity on each bet, becoming euphoric with wins and devastated by losses. The other destroys it. Apply maximum effort with minimum attachment. Do everything within your control, then release control of everything else. This paradox, scaring deeply while holding loosely, is the signature of truly powerful men. Step 5. Become comfortable with loss. Fear of loss is the root of all attachment. The man who cannot bear to lose will never truly win because he'll make decisions from fear rather than strength. He'll compromise, settle, and play small to protect what he has. Stoics practice negative visualization, not to become pessimistic, but to become regularly imagine losing what you value most. See yourself handling it with dignity and strength. When you're comfortable with loss, you become dangerous in the best possible way. You negotiate from strength because you can walk away. You speak truth because you don't fear consequences. You take calculated risks because failure doesn't terrify you. The transformation. Here's what happens when you master Stoic detachment. People start responding to you differently. Your energy changes from needy to selective. Your conversations shift from qualifying yourself to evaluating others. Your presence becomes magnetic because you're not desperately seeking anything from anyone. Women are attracted to men who don't need them. Employers value employees who don't fear firing. Friends respect those who don't require constant validation. This isn't manipulation, it's natural law. Neediness repels. Self-sufficiency attracts, but the real transformation happens inside. You stop riding the emotional roller coaster of external circumstances. Your mood becomes your choice. Your peace comes from within. Your self-respect is no longer negotiable. You become someone others want to be around, not because you chase them, but because you've become worth being around. You attract opportunities not by desperately seeking them, but by becoming the type of person opportunities seek. Attachment is the enemy of attraction. Desperation is the killer of dreams. Need is the opposite of power. The man who must have something has already lost it. The man who can walk away from anything commands everything. This isn't philosophy for monks. This is practical power for men who refuse to live as slaves to their circumstances. Every moment you spend attached to outcomes you co-in control is a moment stolen from building the character that controls outcomes. Stop chasing, start choosing. Stop needing, start commanding. Stop being attached, stop being attractive. The world is waiting for men who understand this truth. Your competition is still desperate, still needy, still controlled by their attachments. While they beg, you choose. While they chase, you attract. While they are destroyed by their dependencies, you are forged stronger by your detachment. Detach or be destroyed. There is no middle ground. Hit subscribe if you're ready to stop being controlled by what you think you need. Hit like if you understand that true power comes from within. Then close this app and go build the character that makes everything else irrelevant. Your freedom depends on it.